and hop into it. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for June 23rd, 2020. Qs printed new all-time highs today. And going to close here 248.84, up 0.85%. SPY up 0.44, and the IWM up the least at 0.39. So coming into today, bullish on the Qs, a little bit more neutral on the SPY, but not bearish. Okay. What I pointed out here as we were kind of finishing up, as the SPY's been kind of stuck in this range here, but not bearish. Right now, the SPY has been sideways while the Qs have been making higher highs. We did get a bit of a sell-off here, pullback in the Qs here, but not anything that changes the trend here. You can see we've definitely seen this kind of price action before. It's the kind of thing that does need to happen in order to maintain this uptrend. You can see, and quite often it comes near the end of the day, we get a pullback, and that pullback ends up leading to a higher low before continuing the trend here. So nothing too different, nothing to change here. We are noticing just a little bit of that relative weakness in the SPY, but not bearish. Okay, not weak on the SPY. Not expecting this to go lower. What we saw last time this happened is the SPY ended up, after that weakness, ended up showing relative strength to the Qs. And we got this run up here. So that's indicative of sector rotation. Now the Qs are back in front and leading the way. So, we can see that in a lot of the big names, Apple, Amazon, all up at all-time highs here and leading the Qs. So that's what I expect moving forward tomorrow into the rest of the week. Still bullish. Now, we haven't been bearish in I think 5 weeks now, as the Qs have just been grinding higher. You look at this uptrend here, as it's just adhering to the 20 MA. We might come in to touch it, bounce off of it, and continue here. Also note the angle at which we're moving up, right? We're not accelerating away from the 20 MA. Pretty close here to a 45-degree angle. That's pretty sustainable here. So, what could we get in order to really change the picture here, to change the trend, is going to have to be a large gap down, something that gets underneath this daily pivot here on the Qs. You see it's quite a ways away, 231.47. Same thing on the SPY. We'd have to get a pretty decent gap down here, or a sell-off lower. But the other possibility here that we could get is some kind of acceleration higher. We're not near that yet. If we had started to go up maybe from here, and you'd start to see increasing green bars, it seems like everyone can't buy fast enough, and prices are just shooting up, and that goes on for a few days. Then we could potentially put in some kind of blow off top. So neither of those things really seem to be setting up at this point, or to be kind of in the near future, but we'll keep an eye out on them, especially with a large gap down that could happen any morning. And then with the acceleration, definitely we have to watch it. It could occur in just a few days, but doesn't seem likely. So far, we've been maintaining this uptrend, continuing this grind higher, right? And SPY, while the SPY is lagging a little bit, it's not bearish. Okay, I would say more neutral on the SPY, especially if we break out of that range, then all out bullish on the SPY as well. IWM lagging both the Qs and the SPY a bit over this daily 200, over this consolidation. It's a little bit more similar like the SPY, over that all out bullish on the IWM. So neither the IWM, the Qs, or the SPY really showing any kind of deviation from kind of the bullish bias. Just varying levels of bullishness, really. Okay. All right. So that's going to do it for today's market wrap. Like I've been stressing since last week, I think things have been quieting down. Not a lot of day trading on my end. If I, something I call, try to be as picky as possible, and I stress that for you as well, until we get into mid-July or until the market kind of changes the current tempo. Right now the tempo is, small bars, a lot of moves in the morning, get negated in the afternoon, so just not a lot of volatility. So if the market changes, or we start to get some nicer gaps, which I expect we will in July, say, the focus is capital preservation, taking high quality plays, and managing risk. All right, hope you did well today. We'll be back at it tomorrow, and I will talk to you then.